So welcome to SriSai online training. So today in core Python programming, we are going to discuss the following topics. So these are the topics what we are going to discuss today in core Python programming. So first we'll try to understand what is IDE, Integrated Development Environment for Python, and then we'll download and install PyCharm IDE, which is best suitable for Python programming, and then we will work with PyCharm IDE. We'll do some programs, we'll run some programs of Python in PyCharm IDE. Right. So first of all, we'll have a small revision about the previous session. So in the last session, we have seen how to do Python coding and running Python.py files, and what is the flow of execution of Python programs. Okay, right. So coding and running Python files, it's very simple. So first we have to take a new page, and then at the beginning of the program, generally we write the comments. Okay, so program to demo or program to display welcome message on console. So console means your display or output screen. So console means it is our display or output screen. Right, so comments in Pythons are given with hash, and whatever we write under comments, they are not executed, they are not displayed on the output screen. Right, so I want to print some message on the output screen. For that we use print function. So print hello students. So basically when you put message, we can put the message in either double quotes or single quotes, and semicolon indicates end of a statement. It is not compulsory in Python. If you are writing single statement in a single line, then semicolon is not compulsory. Now let us try to save this program, okay, in our directory. So our working directory will be something like G colon. Under G colon, I'm saving the programs, Python programs. Okay. So G colon, SriSai online training, Python, core Python, under that programs. So here I'm going to save it as, I'll take a new file here, welcome.py. Right. So if you see here, colors also changed. We got comments in green color. We got print function in blue color. We got the string hello students in gray color. Right, so save this program. Now how to run this program? We have to open the command prompt and run it in the command prompt. So click on the start button and type cmd command prompt and open the command prompt. Right, so after that go to the working directory where we have saved the program, G colon SSOT, under that Python, under that core Python, under that programs. Right, so here we have our file. So we'll simply run that file using py welcome.py. So we'll get the output directly on the command prompt or console. Hello students. Right, now I want to put one more message here. I'll say here print function. So put the message in double quotes or single quotes. Now I'll use single quotes. Welcome to Python session. Close the single quote. So semicolon is not compulsory if you are writing single statement in a single line. So save this program, come to the command prompt, so run the program. So we can use py command or we can also use Python command. Both are going to work for us. So hello students, welcome to Python session. Right, so similarly I want to put one more message also, something like print Now I'll use double quotes, all the best. Semicolon is not compulsory if you are writing single statement in a single line. So save this program, come to the command prompt and run. So hello students, welcome to Python session, all the best. So next what I will do is I'll write multiple print functions in a single line. So multiple statements in a single line. So print hi, I'll put semicolon. Next print, I'll take single quotes, hello. Semicolon is compulsory because we are writing two statements in a single line. And I'll print one more message also, print welcome. So semicolon, right? So save this program. Now directly run the program. So hi, hello, welcome. So if you see here, every print function, it is printing the message or data in the next line. Okay, so print function will print every message or data in a new line. So this is how we are supposed to work with basic programming and basic fundamentals in Python programming. Right. So next, coming to the flow of execution of Python program. So what is the flow of execution of Python program? Okay, so the steps goes like this. Right, so steps in step 1, first we have to write and save the program. For example, welcome.py. So this is step 1. Write and save the program. So whenever we are saving the program, we have to use filename.py as extension to Python programs. Next, after that, directly we have to run this. Okay, we have to run program. Right, so for running the program, we use the command. The command goes like this. Okay, so in Python we have commands as hash, so we'll use hash only. In Java, C, C++, we write commands with 2 forward slash. So the command goes like this, py followed by welcome.py. Right, so finally we'll get the output. Here we are going to get the output. So output of the program. Now whenever we are running, internally two things happens. One, interpretation. Two, execution. So interpretation and execution happens. So interpretation means our Python code is converted into machine understandable code, which is operating system understandable code. Okay, because machine understands only binary code, and that binary code is executed by Python Virtual Manager, PVM. It is a small piece of software which is installed along with Python software, and then we'll get the output. Okay, so here interpretation is done by Python interpreter, which is a small piece of software inbuilt with Python software, and execution is done by Python Virtual Manager, which will run the program and give you the required output in Windows operating system. So this is what is we are discussing in the last session, working with Python PY programs and flow of execution of Python programs. So let us start with IDE. So IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. So what is this Integrated Development Environment? Okay, so first of all, it is a software. Okay, so to work with programming. So it is a software to work with programming or development. Basically, we use this software for product or programming development or software development. So what is the use of IDE, Integrated Development Environment? So an integrated development environment, we can write the program, we can run the program, we can verify the output of the program, we can do debugging of the program. So debugging means checking for errors and removing the errors, okay? And then we can do testing of program in the same software. So this is what is the specialty of IDE, Integrated Development Environment. So writing, running, verifying output, debugging, we can also do testing of our code in the same place. So everything integrated in a single place. So that is what is integrated development environment. Okay, so all development are integrated in one single place, one single software. Okay, so all development services are integrated in one single software. So this is what is IDE. Right, so for Python in Windows, we have many IDEs. For example, we have Python Win, we have PyCharm, okay, so PyCharm, we have IDLE, okay, we have Python IDLE. Next we have Eclipse. Eclipse is also used for Java, okay, and then Spider. So these are different IDEs which are available for Python in Windows operating system. So similarly for Linux. So for Linux we have Python IDLE. So in Linux also we have Python IDLE, Integrated Development Environment. And for Mac operating system, we also again have Python with IDLE. But for Windows, okay, we have many integrated development environments where we can write the Python program, run the Python program, verify the output of the Python program, debugging. So checking and removing the Python program errors. We can also do testing of Python code in a single place. So here PyCharm, okay, so PyCharm is the best suitable IDE for Python programming in Windows. So we are going to work with PyCharm. So this PyCharm is the best suitable IDE for Python programming in Windows. Right, is it okay all of you till here? Downloading and installing PyCharm from Jetbrains will start the installation and downloading process. Right, so thanks for your confirmation all of you, Suman and Arun and Indraja also. Right, so here basically when you are working with PyCharm downloading and installation process, first we have to go to www.jetbrains.com, and under that we have three variants: Python for professionals, Python for community, and Python for education, PyCharm for education. So PyCharm for professionals is suitable for web development, frameworks, and integration with database and SQL. And PyCharm community is suitable for education and training, which is purely Python development or programming. And then finally PyCharm education, now it is not available, which was used for education and training. So we are going to develop PyCharm community edition and install in our system. Right, so for this what we are going to do is we are going for open the browser and then type here www.jetbrains.com. right, so when you go to the jetbrains.com, so here go for tools. So we have tools option here, okay, in the menu. So under the tools options, we have IDEs, Integrated Development Environment. So under that, go for PyCharm, PC, PyCharm, right, right. So under PyCharm, directly we have the download option, okay, right. So before going for the download option, we'll see the features. So click on the features of PyCharm, right. So just come down, we have two variants here, okay. So the first variant here is PyCharm Professional Edition, and the second one is PyCharm Community Edition. So we are going to develop the PyCharm Community Edition, in which we have Python Intelligent Editor. So this can be used for debugging and testing purpose. So we have navigations and refracting. So we can also do code inspection. We also have support for VCS. So these 5 are available in PyCharm Community Edition. Now coming to the Professional Edition, this is basically used with frameworks. So here it supports web development, frameworks, and extra database support. So this will be useful for us when we go for Django framework or Flask framework. So anyhow, we are going to download with PyCharm Community Edition. So simply click on download option, which is available under PyCharm Community Edition, right. So when you click on the download option, so the thank you for downloading, and downloading starts automatically at the bottom left of your status bar. So on the right side, you can say show all, right. So I have already downloaded this. I'll simply say pause and then cancel. I have already downloaded this. Let's not waste the time, okay. Fine. So after downloading, simply click on show in folder, right. So this is what is PyCharm Community Edition 2020 2.3. So just copy this, okay, and paste this in our working directory. Copy, go to my computer, g:/srisai online training, Python, core, softwares. We'll paste it here. So basically it is already available for us. I have already pasted and kept it ready. So from here we have to double click and start the installation. So I have already installed in my system. So once again we'll try to install this in our system, okay. So double click that and start the installation. So it is starting the installation. So do you want to install this application? Click on yes, right. So current version of PyCharm Community Edition is already installed. Do you wish to continue? Yes, no problem. Once again I'll install. So welcome to PyCharm Community Edition setup. Click on next, right. So select the Python command that you want to uninstall, okay, right. So it will uninstall the previous version, okay, and then it will again reinstall. So let us uninstall old version, okay, right. Click on next. So let it get uninstalled, okay. So delete all these things, okay, and then click on uninstall. So when you are doing this uninstallation process, no need to perform all these things, okay. Directly you can start with installation, which will come in the next step after uninstallation. So let it get uninstalled. Right. So uninstallation is complete. Click on close. Right, now it is asking for fresh installation. Okay guys, this is asking for fresh installation once again. So now click on next. Acha, the folder is not empty for us. Okay, right, so we'll change a small folder name here. Right, something like 2.3. We'll change it to 2.3 x. Okay, click on next. Now here select all the options here. 64-bit launcher, add launcher directory to the path. Okay, so for this we require the restart process. Okay, and then add open folder as project, and then ask for .py files. Okay, add launcher. For this we have to restart the system actually. Okay, so we'll restart the system later. Okay, click on next. So it will install this. Okay, click on install. So it will just take 1 to 2 minutes for installation. So guys, can you see the installation process, all of you? So 90% of the installation is done. At the end of the installation, it will ask for restarting the system. So as of now, we'll restart it later, but when it is asking in your system, you can restart then and there itself. Okay, right. So the installation is done. It is asking us, do you want to reboot now or do you want to reboot later? So I'll say I want to manually reboot later, but in your system you reboot at that time only. Okay, and then click on finish. Done. So installation is done successfully. Right, so now let us try to open this PyCharm once the installation is done, and then we'll work in our Python programming. So the next step goes like this here, working with PyCharm. Okay, so working with PyCharm IDE. So we have to open the PyCharm from desktop or start menu, and then we have to click on file and open, and then we have to open our file which we have saved in G drive, sample.py, welcome.py, and then we have to right click on the program space and simply run the sample.py, and finally we'll get the output of the program in the bottom output tab. So let us try to execute this 6 steps. Okay, right, so click on the start button and then type PyCharm. Okay, so PyCharm, select the community version. Okay, so I have education version also, but it is 2019, and community version is 2020 latest one. So select the community version. Okay, so it will open automatically. Right, so it is asking us the option for import PyCharm settings. So click on do not import settings and click on OK. So PyCharm community edition is opening. It will ask us to customize our UI settings, user interface theme. So we have dark theme and we have light theme. So select the light theme. So light theme is best suitable for writing our programs. In the dark theme, everything will be dark, so it will be little bit confusion. So select the light theme and say skip remaining settings. Okay, in the bottom, skip remaining and set default settings. Right, so it will open the PyCharm for us. So it will take some time for initial setup of loading all the default settings. So it is just like when you buy a new mobile and then you are doing all the settings in a new mobile. In the same way, it will configure all the default settings for us. So now we got three options here: new project, open, and get version control. So first I'll say new project. So new project, basically this is used for real-time development. So we'll give the new project as name as something like my apps, my Python apps. Okay, so this my Python apps, it will be stored in C colon users username PyCharm projects. Okay, so don't do any changes here, directly say create. That's it. It will create a new project for us and it will open the PyCharm Integrated Development environment. So this is the PyCharm Integrated Development. Right, so here we are getting tip of the day. So simply say don't show tips and click on close. So it is creating virtual environment. Virtual environment means it is integrating Python software with PyCharm. So creating virtual environment means integrating our Python software, Python 3.9 with PyCharm. So that is what is virtual environment. So once the virtual environment setup is done, we will get our project on the left side here. Okay, my Python apps. So under that we have main.py. So main.py is nothing but the first file here. So let us close this main.py here. So let us create our own file here. So click on project Python apps, right here, and then say new Python file. So we'll take a something like welcome.py. So we'll get a welcome.py. So under welcome.py, we will copy and paste code what we have written in the Notepad++. So this is the code what we have written in the Notepad++. Program to display welcome message. Print hello students, welcome to Python, all the best, hi, hello, welcome. So select everything, copy, come to the PyCharm and then paste it here in this console. Done. We are done with the coding. So simply save this, Control S. So our file will be available here. We have main.py, we have welcome.py. Under our project folder is my Python apps. How to run this? It's very simple. Now in your workspace, right click and simply say run Python file. So run welcome file. That's it. At the bottom of the screen, we'll get the output tab. So this is the output tab, we'll get the output here. So hello students, welcome to Python session, all the best, hi, hello, welcome. Right, so we can minimize this output tab. Automatically it will go to the down. So this is the output tab which is available at the bottom of the screen. Run. Okay, fine, you can minimize this. So similarly we can open our own files also. So click on file, say open. Now go to your working directory. So our working directory is g:/srisai online training Python core programs. So under programs, we will take sample1.py. Okay. So it will open sample1.py, and here we have performed arithmetic operations using a value is 5, b value is 3. Now simply right click anywhere on the workspace and simply say run sample1. That's it. You will get the output here only. So if you can see output at the bottom of the screen, 8, 2, 15, 1.6667, modulo remainder is 2. So we'll get the output here itself. So this is how we are supposed to work with PyCharm Integrated Development Environment. So basically one important point. So we can do Python programming in Windows system in 3 ways. First one, Python interactive mode from the command prompt. So this is using command prompt. And second one, Python script files .py files using Notepad++ and command prompt. And then using PyCharm IDE Integrated Development Environment. So these are the 3 ways of working with Python programming in Windows operating system. Python interactive mode, Python script files, and Python IDE. So that is what is all about today's session, guys, in core Python programming, Python integrated development environment, PyCharm IDE, and working with PyCharm IDE in Windows operating system. Thank you for watching and listening to this session. Have a nice day.